Nobody warned me that silence had a weight, that what you don't say accumulates like debt at a gate. I've been carrying the unspoken since before I knew its name, and the heaviest thing I ever held never made a sound or came. Silence, the loudest thing I've ever known. I swallow words at 7 that would've changed the room. Kept them in my chest where they learned to build a tomb. Not from cowardice, from training, from the code I was fed, that a man who speaks too freely is a man already dead. So I built a vault inside myself for everything that burned, every truth I couldn't say, every lesson that I learned. Stacked them in the darkness in a language no one reads, a library of silence full of unplanted seeds. But silence has a metabolism, it feeds upon itself, takes the things you store for safety and removes them from the shelf. Turns the unsaid into armor, turns the armor into cage, turns the cage into the only home you've known at every age. Weight of silence, heavier than any stone I've thrown. Weight of silence, the burden of the things I've never shown. It sits between my shoulder blades like something carved in place, shows up in the tension of my jaw, the stillness of my face. Weight of silence, everything I swallow to survive. Weight of silence, the proof that I stay quiet to stay alive. Weight of silence. Old Fumio never raised his voice in 40 years of living hard. His wife said at the funeral she never knew him whole, that she loved a silhouette for 30 years instead of soul. He protected her from everything, from worry and from weight. But protection without intimacy is just a very beautiful gate. I heard that at the burial and felt it in my spine. Recognized the architecture as suspiciously like mine, because the people who deserve your truth aren't asking for your pain, they're asking for the person underneath the code out in the rain. Weight of silence, heavier than any stone I've thrown. Weight of silence, the burden of the things I've never shown. It sits between my shoulder blades like something carved in place, shows up in the tension of my jaw, the stillness of my face. Weight of silence, everything I swallow to survive. Weight of silence, the proof that I stayed quiet to stay alive. Weight of silence. Maybe silence was the first language I was fluent in. Maybe I confused the absence of the noise with discipline. I don't want to speak for speaking, don't want noise to fill the room, but I want the silence I carry to be chosen, not a tomb. I spoke once completely without armor, without guard. Told him things the silence had been holding for a decade. Hardly didn't flinch, just absorbed it like a man prepared to hold it all. Said, I knew I've been waiting for you to let me know, and that was all. That's the silence I am building toward now in the latter days. Not the silence born of fear, but of a man who's found his place. The silence after speaking, after showing, after done. The silence of the man who finally came out of the gun. The weight of silence is only weight if you're carrying it alone. Share, it becomes something else entirely. Two people breathing in the same room without needing anything to fill the space. Weight of silence, slowly setting it down.